Okay, we're doing another tier list and it's Dark Souls related. Dark Souls 1, we're not doing all three games. This time we're just focusing on Dark Souls 1 and this is just the rings. This is it's that simple. It's the rings. Okay, so we have our 5 tiers S through D. S is obviously outstanding. A is like there's maybe one thing wrong with it. No, S is maybe there's one thing wrong with it. A is maybe there's a couple things wrong with it. B is like it's good, it's worth using, but it's not as good as the other tiers. C is C is on the downslope. Like it's its use or its ability is decent, but it's really not worth taking. And then D is just bad in my opinion. So let's get into it. Ring of Favor and Protection. We're gonna start with an S tier. Despite despite the drawback of when you take it off, it breaks. This ring, once you get it, this can you can have this the entire run. Like I've done that a couple times. I mean, sometimes it's a pain in the ass because essentially when you pick this up, you're kind of locked into only having one other ring slot for the rest of the game. But if you're okay with having these up stats, like the upped stats from this, your health, stamina, and equip load, then I don't think you're gonna have a hard time. The Dark Wood Grain Ring. This is also S tier. Ninja Flip makes you roll a little faster as long as you're under 25% equip load. That is. How many people have PvP'd in Dark Souls 1 and came across or were using this yourself? Like, you know how versatile this is. Dark Wood Grain Ring with a falchion or something like that. Like, unstoppable combo almost. We have the Silver Serpent Ring. This is an A tier. I think this is something that would be worth keeping on you for an entire run or swapping out consistently because it's just increased souls, whether it be enemies, bosses, whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The Rusted Iron Ring, this just makes you move normal speed in like water, swamps and stuff. So like Blighttown, the area where the Hydra is to get to the DLC, stuff like that. I'm gonna put this in C because it's a good ability and it has some uses, but outside of those areas, for a short period of time, I mean, I don't personally use it, but excuse me, but I don't know, I don't find myself using it, and if I did, it would be like once a playthrough, maybe, you know. Chloranthy Ring is another A tier, faster stamina regen. Stamina is probably the most important stat in the game because you need stamina to attack and all that stuff. I'm gonna put the Hornet Ring in A tier as well. I think I think the Hornet Ring speaks for itself with the alternate animations and the higher damage amount. Not only that, but with some weapons, it's more attacks. Like in a parry riposte, you'd get like one, maybe two strikes. With this, there are some weapon classes you can get three out of, and it's cool to see, especially if you're PvPing and you get one of those off. It's really nice. The Orange Shard Ring is C tier. This is a required ring for the game, like to beat the game, to get through Lost Izalith. And normally, something like that I'd put in D tier, but because it gives you resistance to lava, like a lot of resistance to lava, and it gives you it gives you like a fire damage boost for your kick. That I think that's just a little bit cool, so that's why it goes here. Covetous Gold Serpent Ring will go in B. I feel like this is a ring you wear if you're farming for items. I don't see myself, or I wouldn't see myself wearing this for an entire playthrough just to see what drops. This, the Silver Serpent Ring, I could see myself wearing consistently just to get more souls. But this I'll use maybe twice. Like just recently, I used it just to get Titanite chunks from the Dark Wraiths. And then there was another time recently I used it to get the Painting Guardian Sword in the Cathedral in Anor Londo, and that's about it. So other than that, B tier, middle of the road. Um, Ring of Fog, I'll also put in B tier. It's like Hidden Body, like it's Shroud. It makes you harder to see. So if you're in Anor Londo with the lights out, or if you're in the forest, this comes in handy, especially PvPing. You know, Ring of the Evil Eye. I think this is a C tier ring. It gives you HP for every enemy you kill. I don't see myself having an issue like that. If I'm doing a playthrough, there's a couple enemies, like normal enemies, that I'll kill, but the rest, I kind of just blow through them and then get to the boss. And this doesn't help you unless you kill the boss, and then by then it's like, oh, the boss is dead. So I don't personally see myself using this, but someone who just picks up the game and finds this, they might have some use for it because they're getting used to the mechanics and stuff. The Cat Covenant Ring is a D tier. It doesn't do anything except summon you into the forest at random times, and it literally does nothing else. So that can go here. The East Wood Grain Ring is B. It slows weapon degradation, but this is a game where you don't really need that. Like most weapons in the game, you can go through the entire game without repairing them and beat the game. I think I've done it. I think. I could be completely wrong, and I may need to repair once, but okay, you repair once, who cares? Like this will just make it so you don't repair at all. Like it's not a huge difference for me, and I never use this, but it's a good ability. So, middle of the road it goes. Old Witch's Ring, I think, is D tier. I don't think I wouldn't use it unless I'm doing the Covenant thing, the the Lost Izalith alt path or whatever to find Solaire. And I've done that a couple times. Um, I actually don't think you need this ring to even do that. This is just to talk to her. So I don't really see a necessity for this. It might just give you some hidden dialogue, but that's about it. Calamity Ring, also D tier. It just doubles all the damage you get. Like this is definitely a challenge run thing. I might actually want to go through the game like this at some point in the future, but I don't think that'll be something I do anytime soon. But I think it'd be very fun, but difficult. Fun nonetheless. Anyway, Covenant of Artorias. This is another D tier. It's another required ring, and all you need it for is to fight the Four Kings, so you don't die in the abyss. Like, okay, like, there you go, D tier. Tiny Beings Ring. It gives you a little extra health. C tier. Um, I think when it comes to upping your health, what is it like? It adds plus 5% or something like that. It's not a lot, but this is a starting gift as well. You can start with this, and then this can bring you to the Ring of Favor because it's that close to the beginning of the game, and then you can drop it. But this, it's not that much of a difference. Ring of Steel Protection, that just gives you an extra percentage on physical defense. So I think I'm gonna put this in B. It's helpful, it's useful if you're having trouble with something. Like if you're having an issue fighting like ONS or something, and it's coming down to the wire and you're just taking too much damage, this might help. But I never use this. But it's definitely like worth grabbing if you want it. Havel's Ring, Havel, I don't know how it's said. S tier. Um, Usually what I do is I go through the game, I get this, the Ring of Favor, and then at some point I go back for Havel's Ring and I take off the Ring of Favor and I swap this out. Because I'm only using this for the equip load, not the other stuff. I mean, the other stuff is helpful, but this is. Plus, with this, you're kind of like, once you put this on, for a little while, you're kind of locked in one ring slot. Or, like, maneuverability, I mean, like, swapping stuff around. Because you have this one, and if you take it off, it's gone. But this, I take off the Ring of Favor. I have this to help me with my equip load. I can still take it off and put it back on if I want. But yeah, the super increased Equip load is so helpful. I'm gonna do all of these in one fell swoop. I'm gonna put the spell, the flame, and the thunderstone plate in C tier, and then the speckled in B, because this is just a combination of these three. These have like a plus 50 defense on each element, but this has plus 25 to all three. I think it's worth having this because it covers all of them, and you essentially could wear it through the entire run. But this is like specific stuff. Like you could use the Thunderstone plate for like O and S. You can use the Spellstone plate for Seath, the Scaleless, and then you can use the Flamestone plate for like I don't know Centipede Demon or something. But those are like one time boss usages. This though, this you can use that a couple times in the run. Yeah, it's helpful, but that's where I put them. The Bloodbite Ring. There's not a lot of instances where I'm worried about getting blood loss in the game. Maybe the Catacombs with the skeletons because they're annoying. But other than that, I think C tier. Poison Bite Ring I'll put in B because, Blight Town is kind of obnoxious. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just Blighttown that like does the poison shit for like an obnoxious like amount of time that may actually hinder you or may like make you want to put one of these on. But yeah, I'll put that in B because you have to travel through Blighttown a couple times and it could get obnoxious. So yeah, I'll put the poison bite in B. Curse bite ring. You almost have to go out of your way to get cursed. Like the only direct way you can get cursed is if you're fighting Seath, and it should be pretty well. It should be kind of obvious. Um, Not obvious. It should be sort of easy to not get like destroyed by curse. Um, Sort of, because like my main tactic for fighting Seath is to just get right up in his grill and just like stab him or whatever, use whatever weapon, spells or whatever. Oh god. But I think this is a C as well. Cuz there's like I said, there's only a couple areas where can happen and they're optional areas like the that little area in the depths, the hollow, like that's an optional area. Um all right, next, Red Tear Stone Ring. This is huge in speedrunning. It increases your damage a lot if you're under 20% health. But for me, being under 20% health, I don't know if I trust that. Excuse, excuse me. Wow, that was awful. Um, I definitely see where the benefit comes in, so I'm going to put it in A. But that little amount of weakness that you have, it's not even like you're weak to stuff. You're just at less than 20% health. So one hit and you're dead, essentially. So it's high risk, high reward, but that's definitely A tier. Blue Tear Stone Ring, I'll put this in B. It's basically the same as the Red Tear Stone Ring, except it boosts your defense. So, I'm going to put that in C. There's a lot of C tiers, damn. Next, we got the Ring of Sacrifice. I'll put this in B. It basically just keeps your humanity and keeps your souls when you die. And then the Rare Ring of Sacrifice is an A tier ring. It'll keep your humanity, it'll keep your souls, and if you manage to get cursed when you died, the curse effect will be nullified. Um, the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring is absolutely S tier. It boosts sorcery by like 20%. So if you're doing a sorcery run, which is already OP, you slap this on and you're in the money. Lingering Dragon Crest Ring, I'll put this in B because if I'm doing a sorcery run, there's only a couple spells I would use that require extra time, like Crystal Magic Weapon or Power Within or something like that. But other than that, I'm just using like Soul Spear, Dark Bead, and stuff like that, and that this increases that. Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring, I think that's A tier. It's good for sneaking around. Um, no, I'll put that in B with the other one because the Ring of Fog and the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring go hand in hand. That's definitely like Metal Gear Solid espionage type stuff. Um, like I have a lot of memories going around on Orlando with these two rings on, just avoiding the Silver Knights like crazy. It was pretty fun. The Dust Crown Ring, it gives you more usages from your spells, but halves your health. I've done a lot of sorcery runs because I think it's just fun, but I don't think it's worth losing half your health. So I'm gonna put it at C. And usually, what I do is I'll do sorcery runs. I'll do the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. I'll have the Tin Crystallization Catalyst, which halves my spell usages already. And then I've thought of putting this on to balance it out, but it's like, oh man, now I have half health. I don't want to bother with that. So no, that goes down here. The White Seance Ring. Um, this is D tier. This is D tier as well. I kind of skip over these because I don't really do Faith. I know what they do, like the Dark Seance Ring. Oh no, I'm sorry. The the Dark Moon Blade Covenant Ring is what I'm thinking of. I'm sorry. Here, let me put these back. That's not how I wanted this to look. Okay, that's weird. The Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, it increases miracles, so we'll put that at B. That's actually a really good one. If you like using miracles, and if you're at the point in the game where you can use like Sunlight Spear and all that shit, that's probably super helpful. Leo Ring, it does like 40% more counter. So if you want to do counter, like it's not bad, but that means like essentially trading blows, which so I'll put it in C. Wolf Ring, Wolf Ring I believe gives you more poise. Or am I confusing the Wolf Ring and the Leo Ring? Either way, I'm going to put the Wolf Ring right here. And then the Hawk Ring, I think, gives you more range. And I think that with arrows is a little bit more Im- impressive to me. Because, I mean, there's a lot of situations where you could use bows, but then, like, the drop off, it's like, man, I wish I could have some more range. There's a lot of situations like that. I think the Hawk Ring just fits that well. So it's like middle of the road. And now we're down to the last four. I kind of forgot what these do. I know what this does. That's another Covenant ring that can call you in. This is like the Cat Covenant ring, but for Honor Londo. So that's what that is. Um, man, I might have to look up what these are, and I feel bad about that. Um, no, 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 maybe not, maybe not. White Seance ring, White Seance ring. You know what? What the hell? No, that's not what I wanted. Haven't used. Yeah, I haven't used any of these. It's probably why I don't know what they are or remember what they are, but I just haven't used these. But that's my list. I got four in S tier: Ring of Favor, Dark Woodgrain Ring, Havel's Ring, Bellowing Dragon Crest. I have five in A tier with the Silver Serpent Ring, Chloranthy, Hornet, Red Tear Stone, and Rare Ring of Sacrifices. B tier is kind of stacked. We got the Gold Serpent Ring, Ring of Fog, East Woodgrain, Ring of Steel Protection, Speckled Stone Plate, Poison Bite, Ring of Sacrifice, Lingering Dragon Crest, Slumbering Dragon Crest, Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, and the Hawk Ring. C tier is very, very stacked with the Rusted Iron Ring, Orange Shard, Ring of the Evil Eye, Tiny Beings Ring, Stone Plate, Stone Plate, Spell Stone Plate, I'm sorry, Flame Stone Plate, and Thunder Stone Plate. Blood Bite, Curse Bite, Blue Tear Stone, Dust Crown, Leo, and Wolf. And then D is Cat Covenant, Old Witch, Calamity, Covenant of Artorias, and the Blade, the Dark Moon Blade Covenant. And then three I haven't used. They all look very, very similar, though. But yeah, this is my Dark Souls 1 rings tier list. Um, this took me a little longer than I expected. I mean, now I got to see if like I like this listing. Um, yeah, I think this is decent. I think this might be the my only contention, like whether or not I like the gold serpent ring that much less than the silver, because they both have a really good use. It's just I don't know. I guess I'm taking into account how much I use them myself. But hey, you know, everyone's different. But anyway, excuse me. This is something I actually enjoy doing. All these different tier lists of stuff. This I'm thinking about doing like um, different game series as well, like maybe like GTA stuff because I play that, or who knows. But excuse me. But I appreciate if you stuck around and watched this. I appreciate if you watched this at all. I appreciate if you got to the end, especially. And I hope to see you in the next one. I don't know what my next one's gonna be, but I guess we'll wait and see. And have a good day.